Hey guys, today's tip has nothing to do with the dog, but has everything to do with you. So in this installment of 2 Weeks to a Better Dog, let's talk about your relationship with your dog and affection. So affection, being overly affectionate with our dogs, is a huge problem out there these days. There is so much affection going on, and it's not balanced out with leadership, boundaries, rules, structure. These are all the things that make a dog better. It's kind of like our kids, guys. If we think of our kids, we have all of those things in place if we have a well-balanced kid. And so you want to apply those same things to your dog. And if you don't, because you think, well, it's an animal, a lot of people, they flip humans. It's like humans are here and dogs are here. And that's absolutely not the way it should be in your household. There is a hierarchy: you, your kids, your dog. Okay. And if it's flipped, you're going to see problems in your household. And that's why you're watching this, because you're having problems with your dog. So you need to get the dog off the couch and out of the bed and start instead creating your dog and teaching the dog very basic skills, something like the place command. And then you can start to look at where you need boundaries in your life, or with your dog. So boundaries would be no free roaming. You're not allowed to free roam in the house. If I see you trying to dig in the trash or counter surf or bark out every window, going from room to room, like some dogs are like, I'm going to bark at everything I hear and see outside. You need to have corrections in place. You need to be willing to correct your dog for that, so that you can direct them to do something more beneficial, such as place. Do not react to every little thing outside or inside. If you're not allowed to bring people over because your dog is like crazy, then absolutely that's a problem with boundaries. And your dog is taking a leadership role over you, and you can't bring people into the home. So that's a huge problem. Once you identify this, you can start to see where, okay, a crate is a form of management. Use it. The place cot, the pet cot, is a form of work for your dog. So make sure that you're working your dog. Take them for a walk every day. Mentally drain them. And now if they're crazy on leash, we'll talk about that in another episode. But do some basic training. Look at the first few episodes of 2 Weeks to a Better Dog. Start to make some changes. But it really does start with your attitude and what you are permitting your dog to do. So remember, boundaries, structure, rules. You need these things in place, and you need to be willing to correct your dog. Corrections, by the way, don't mean beating your dog to death. Okay, that's one really important thing for you to understand, that a correction is information where you say to the dog, no, that's not what I want. And being firm and saying no to your dog is okay. It's not going to hurt them or you or your relationship, but it is going to make clear to the dog, you just said no, and you followed that up with a correction, such as a leash pop or an e-collar correction, or you bop the dog with a rolled up towel. It's called a bonker. These are forms of correction, and you can also just step into your dog and say no. And that spatial pressure makes the dog understand, oh, hey, okay, I get it. So those would be some things that you can start to do in your household to get some order. Do not allow free roaming. Utilize the pet cot for place. Utilize a back tie if you are putting them on place, so they have to stay there. And also you can have a dog wearing a leash in the house so you can keep them in tow, so they can't go scurrying off and hiding under the bed, or grabbing, stealing an item and running under the bed. That's a popular one. So these are some things that you can do to help yourself. If you have questions about this or how you can get things to a better place, do send me an email. I'm happy to answer them. And thank you for watching this video. Have a good one, guys.